Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Hope you all doing good. So today I came with an interesting topic. The topic is like 4 realms of the earth. So in this we are going to learn about the lithosphere, about the hydrosphere and about the atmosphere. And also we are going to learn about the world, about the continents. Okay, so first we are going to learn about the Africa. Okay, so Africa is the second largest continent. It's spread across the northern and the southern hemisphere, with the equator passing around almost halfway through the continent. So hemisphere means what? Hemisphere means nothing but a half. So half, northern hemisphere means top to the equator and southern hemisphere means down to the equator. So this hemisphere is nothing but a half. Okay, and Africa is linked to Asia by the Isthmus of Suez. Okay, so if you observe this world map, you can clearly see the picture of the Africa and all. Okay, so Africa is the world's second largest and the second most popular continent after Asia, in both cases at about 30.3 million kilometers, including adjacent islands. It covers 6% of Earth's total surface area and 20% of its land area. With 1.3 billion people as of 2018, it accounts for about 16% of the world's human population. So this is what about Africa, and now we are going to learn about, discuss about North America. Yeah, North America is the third largest of the 7 continents. It is bordered to the north by the Arctic Ocean, to the east by the Atlantic Ocean, and to the west by the Pacific Ocean. North America is a continent entirely within the northern hemisphere and almost all within the western hemisphere. It can also be described as a northern subcontinent of the Americas. Okay, so Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world, is also located in North America. Now let us learn about Europe. So Europe is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the south, Asia to the east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. Europe is a continent located entirely in the northern hemisphere and mostly in the eastern hemisphere. It comprises the westernmost part of the Eurasia and is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. Okay, so just watch this picture. It is completely about the water cycle. Okay, so water cycle is nothing but the movements of the sea and the air, the sea, the ocean and sea that have saline water constituent is 97.3% of the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means what? Nothing but the water. Okay, only 2.7% of the water of the hydrosphere is fresh water, means like drinking water with no salt content. Okay, the water cycle is also known as the hydraulic cycle or the hydrological cycle. Describes the continuous movement of water on above and below the surface of the earth. So that is called the water cycle. Okay, so if you watch that picture clearly, we can understand about the water vapor condenses and the forms of clouds and all, and it shows like how snows will form and plains, lakes and sea, river and etc. etc. Okay, so let us talk about the composition of the atmosphere. Okay, so let us discuss about the composition of the atmosphere. you can imagine living without breath. No, breathing is very important. It means that air is very important for us. Okay, so this is our composition of the atmosphere. Like organ, carbon dioxide, etc. is a 98%, and water vapor is up to 2%, and oxygen level is 21%, and nitrogen level is 78%. So composition of air is this, like oxygen is we required oxygen a lot, human beings as well as the plants required the carbon dioxide. So they will release the carbon dioxide and release the oxygen and inhale the carbon dioxide, and we people will release the carbon dioxide and we inhale the oxygen. So these are the percentages of our of air atmosphere. Okay, so it remains bound to the earth due to the force of the earth's gravity. So if we talk about biosphere, so it is nothing but an interaction between the lithosphere or land, hydrosphere, or water and atmosphere or air. So hydrosphere is nothing but a water, and atmosphere is nothing but a air. So it is related between these two. Okay, gives origins to the realm or zone of life called the biosphere. Okay, so most life forms are found in a narrow belt or on or near the surface of the land and the water. Obviously we people will live on the land, so we required all these things. Okay, the biosphere is a global ecosystem, so each and every person, human being and everyone living beings will require these all. So that is the reason it is a global ecosystem composed of living organisms and abiotic non-living factors from which they derives energy and nutrition. Earth's environmental spheres. Earth's environment includes the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, the lithosphere and the biosphere. Okay, so these are the things which we required in our daily life. If we talk about the layers of the atmosphere, there are many layers of the atmosphere, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere and exosphere. So troposphere is the lowest layer, and stratosphere extends about the 50 kilometers from the troposphere, and the mesosphere is around the 85 kilometers total from the troposphere, and thermosphere is about the 640 kilometers from the troposphere. Okay, so these kilometers are calculated from the troposphere. Okay, so and the exosphere is nearly 10,000 kilometers. So this is also an important points which we have to remember. Okay, hope you all enjoyed about these things. So I will come with an interesting topic. Okay, thank you, bye bye, see you.